Look at that.
How about that?
Look at that. The Nuggets trail. And for Afflalo, Steve, right around the top 5 in efficiency in the post in the entire NBA last season.
Yeah, and his sweet spot really extends on the court, not just from the post, but all the way to the corners. In fact, he loves to work the baseline, Kevin.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
And glide. And glide. You got to glide in and reverse it home. So sweet.
Fires for 3. The shot is off.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide-open look.
Atlanta with the ball. A big stretch here going 10-2. Big dip.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Dishes it to Horford. Here's Big Daddy playing Sacramento. He was nearly unstoppable. And there's the defensive 3-second call. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hawks.
And they're knocking down that mid-range jumper so far.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Atlanta also making some changes here. Elton Brand's checked in for Horford. Damari Carroll comes in for Mike Scott. And it's Schroeder in for Thabo Sefolosha. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Big Daddy, and he nails the jumper. Big Daddy's got 8 points.
Nice job again that time to add to their lead. I'll tell you what, they're doing everything right at this moment.
They're playing steadily in all aspects of the game, Steve. You're exactly right.
Atlanta making a switch here. Max checked in. With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the top rebounding teams in the NBA this season. 4th, the Nuggets.
Yeah, this team's success always been tied to their rebounding. Just a physically dominant club.
Denver with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Nelson outside. He kicks it to Chandler. Feeds it to Harris. And Chandler, here we go. That's good. The Hawks leading by 7. Schroeder kicks to Mack. Here's Carroll. He's guarded by Chandler. Passes to Big Daddy. Takes the 3. Denver grabs the miss. And here's Nelson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Chandler dishes to Hickson. Great D that time from Brand. They get the rebound. That's good.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
The Hawks have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. And Mack kicks to Schroeder. In low to Brand. Ball stolen. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Nelson outside. The pass to Nurkic. Denver passing it around. Stolen by Brand. Here's Carroll. He's guarded by Chandler. They set the pick. Just 3 on the clock, and the layup is up and in.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half.
And so the first.
Coming up Tuesday, March 17th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs take on Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks. It's
And now the second quarter. Just Hitch checked in for Kenneth Faried. Harris comes in for Aaron Afflalo. And Nelson is subbed in for Ty Lawson. And then for Atlanta, Eldon Brand's checked in for Horford. Scott comes in for Chris Copeland. And Big Daddy subbed in for Damari Carroll. And so in the game for the Hawks, Big Daddy, he's in at small forward. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Shelvin Mack. Then it's Mike Scott. And it's Brand in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Boy, J.J. Hickson was drafted into the NBA after just one season at NC State, and he's rounded into a quality player, a strong rebounder. He's got great activity at both ends, has a decent mid-range touch as well, and when he finishes, he does so with power.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, thank you. As you know, Jeff Teague is starting to enter the upper ranks among point guards in the NBA, and he credits Coach Budenholzer for a lot of his growth. Teague said he always tells me, be aggressive. That is the only way I want you to play. When your coach is telling you that, there is no way you can't be successful. Kevin?
Well, he seems to be pushing the right buttons, Doris. Thanks. And for J.J. Hickson, an athletic, physical player, certainly, Steve. He fits with the Nuggets style, it seems.
So yeah, the way they come at you in transition and in waves and, you know, all those big men offensive rebounding. That's a good fit, but, you know, he had to deal with that ACL tear back in March of 2014. So he's just rounding back into shape and trying to find his explosion again.
Nelson outside. Hickson up top. Nelson outside. Chandler outside. Clock at 6. 13 feet away. And Elton Brand pulls it down. The Hawks leading by 4. Fires from 14. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Chandler the pass to Hickson. Kicks to Nelson. Chandler right side. Back to Nelson. No good on that last second attempt there. And the first half.
All right, fellas. Still anyone's ball game right now. A few things from the first half.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Look at Big Daddy, what a contribution.
He went off in the first 2 quarters, guys, as he's capable of doing. We might see some changes here in the defensive approach they use on him in the second half.
Yeah, they've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him like he has been.
Gallo and Fareed at the forwards. Lawson at point with the Flalo, or the backcourt. And it's McGee in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Such a difficult shot to defend, that turnaround.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Lawson outside. Fareed setting the pick for Lawson. And blocked. They retain possession. And they'll keep possession. Count that one. McGee's got 6 points. The Hawks leading by 4.
Great job. Take it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
The Hawks have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Well, impressive free throw shooting as a team this season, right around that 78% mark.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
The 2-possession lead is what they were looking for there, so they can deal with that one miss.
To the wing right side. The feed to Gallinari. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Lawson. That doesn't go either for Lawson.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Horford with a screen on a Flalo. Cephalosha kicks to Teague. Rebounded by Fareed. Fareed's got 6 rebounds in the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Chicago. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, the Atlanta Hawks. They're right in 3rd place now.
Well, right now for the Hawks, they've been the story of the regular season in my mind, smashing expectations and really taking the league by storm.
Yeah, they've been impressive, no doubt about it. Among the league's best as we approach the postseason.
Lawson dishes to McGee. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. McGee's got 4 this quarter.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to it. Oh, ridiculous.
Tore it down that time.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
Here's Big Daddy, and again, it's Atlanta.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, the Atlanta Hawks, a team that looks to spread the floor with shooting. Coach Mike Budenholzer said, we don't want to just be a three-point shooting team. We want to get to the rim first. By creating that space, we give our guards and our bigs a chance to attack. If the paint is taken away, we'll look for our shooters. Good strategy, Kevin.
Coach Bud coming from San Antonio, Doris. The Hawks trying to create that same kind of spacing.
And now, Rocky the Cougar.
Here's Teague. He has 6.
Well, you talk about effort and energy being a skill. Some people talk about those things as skills. And Kenneth Faried is a 10 out of 10 in that category. A 6'7" power forward. His athleticism and relentless motor allow him to play much bigger than that.
The Hawks have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. And guys, Faried not the most skilled offensively. Most of his points coming on fast breaks, garbage buckets, dunks inside.
Yeah, but he's developing a decent touch from around the foul line area, which is a nice addition to his offensive arsenal, Kevin. But, yeah, the big thing is, you know, he's just one of those guys who you can never let your guard down against because he's constant energy. Ty Lawson, the former 18th overall pick back in 2009. Super quick, athletic point guard who looks to push the pace. He's been the perfect fit in the Nuggets' up-tempo offense.
J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Denver. And Lawson, really the engine for the Nuggets offense.
Yeah, he combines aggressiveness with really good decision-making, Kevin. Terrific in the pick and roll, and he's the player that makes them tick offensively.
Here's Teague. Rebounded by Faried. Fareed's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Well, you know, that's one thing they've been doing extremely well. Corralling those caroms.
Seems like not a whole lot else is going right for them, though.
Lawson the pass to Afflalo. Banked in off the glass. Afflalo's got 9 points. The Hawks leading by 5. Teague the pass to Big Daddy. 1:51 left to play in the third. And the basket good. Big Daddy's got 8 points in the quarter. For Denver, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Now Lawson. He has 7 on the wing of Afflalo. Afflalo left side. 5 to shoot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. While we're in this quick break and onto the small forward position and the hottest shooters among them over the last month. Look at Big Daddy leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
And obviously looking at those numbers, he hasn't just been settling for outside shots. He really works hard to get good position on the inside to get some high-quality looks.
And that hard work is paired with a very aggressive mindset, Steve. I mean, he attacks the basket whenever he gets the chance, every opportunity, and a lot of his shots come right at the rim.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Norkic checked in for Kenneth Faried. Chandler comes in for Gallinari. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Ty Lawson. Doubled by Nelson. The shot's good from Big Daddy.
It seems like so many teams try to ignore that mid-range jumper, but they're using it well, and it's opening up their offense for them.
Has definitely given the defender something extra to have to worry about.
Here's Nelson. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
The Hawks leading by 5. Pass to Matt. Brand in the posts. Quiet so far offensively.